Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to hack my own application. Yes, I will hack my own application. So I will create a one simple login application, and you can see I create a one database. Here I add a one table user, and this is the three user which I create, and I will use that user authentication for to login in our application. Okay, so I will hack by this my application using the SQL injection concept. So what is a SQL injection? SQL injection, we can say in simple terms, it is a code injection simple technique in for the data driven application where attackers access the unauthorized database of our user SQL database. Okay, so now let's create a one simple login application. So just let add the one two line edit control, and create a one button for the login. Okay, so also add the placeholder text, username and password. Okay, so also change the line edit name, username and password. Okay, now let's create the simple click event of our push button. So now we have to add the our SQL module. SQL, and here we use Qt6 SQL. Okay, now also include the header file. So also add the required header file like Qt Qt widget, and also include the Qt core. And now include the our Qt SQL. Okay, now let's create the QSQL database object, DB connection. Okay, so here we use SQLite database, add database, QSQLite. Okay, here we have to provide the our database name or database path. Okay, so set database name. So here we have to provide our database file path. So just simply copy that file path, and here I will paste the file name path. Okay, now let's see database is connected or not. So use the open function, and if it is connected, then write the message database is connected. Otherwise print the error if it is there. Database is not connected, and print the error, last error. Okay, if database is not connected. And now let's here we have to create our vulnerable our application to hack our application. Okay, so first of all open the database and start the transaction. Here we perform 2 or 3 type of SQL injection database concept. Okay, transaction, and after transaction we commit the transaction and close the database. Okay, so now first of all we try to bypass our login. Okay, So first of all we write a simple query and run as it is query data, just pass the connection. Okay, now let's prepare our query. So what it is a simple query for the login application, any kind of login application. Select here we have to provide the user ID, so we will get if we fetch the user ID. Okay, user ID from table name our tbl user, where our username line edit text and password our column name user pwd. So user pwd. So this is a simple login query to validate or authenticate any user. So if query runs successfully, we will check execute, and otherwise we will print here message and print the error. And print the error. Last error. Okay, and check if a user is logged successfully. So here we check here next. Okay, and if not, user is not valid, then we also print a message. So let's print a message box. Information this, no need to set title, and here we will login done. Okay, and here we print a message login failed, simple message. Okay, so this is a simple query where we can use here to validate or authenticate any user. Okay, so now let's run the application and first of all check it. Wait for the build. So here we will write our username is first one is a testing, and here you can see this is the password. So if I write the correct password testing at 123, I will get the login done. If I enter the wrong password, so I will get a message login failed. Okay, so now let's bypass this login and inject something in our SQL query. So here I can inject, here I can just remove this password, and I will inject here some character and this. So login is done. But if I remove this one, and you can see the login is failed. So what was I done? So I add a one comment statement in our SQL statement. So after the username, I comment the whole process of the part of our query. So login is done. So you can see our authentication was the bypassed. Okay, so our password checking process was the bypass. So this is the basic SQL injection statement where you can easily learn in any. Okay, and here we have to enter the password. So it is a login done, but if you enter the wrong password, it is showing login failed. And here if you insert a comment statement in your execution query, so it will bypass the login authentication and check for the only username, not the password. Okay, so this is the first where we can use a specific kind of character and comment statement in our SQL injection our query. okay, to manipulate or access the unauthorized credential for our application. But we have to also know want some user table also. Okay, so there is a one more we can say, you can use the union section, union operator to also get the table information. So here you can see there is a one table which is called the SQLite sequence. So in that table you can see there is a name and there is a table user and there is a 3 sequence. Okay, so it indicate the number of columns. Okay, so we will get the table name by using of this SQLite sequence table. So how we will get? Okay, so here we inject one more and after we will read the data. So here I will message and also print the data. Next, and here I will print the data which will get you from that union query. Okay, okay, now let's see what we will done. Just resize this text box. Okay, and now let's run the application at the union operator and get the table information also from there by using the SQL injection concept. So here I will write the testing and then I will finish the comment and I will use the union and write here my query select. So basically I joined two query. Okay, select name from SQLite okay logins. So there is a one error, testing union select name from SQLite statement. We have to comment the rest of part. Okay, so you can see the login is done and we will get the table name is a table user. Okay, so what was I do? I will add the one login authentication where I add the testing username which is our username, and I add the one union section union operator to get the other table information, other table column name, just like is that other table's name. Okay, table information by using the SQLite sequence. In my SQL database there is a information schema table where you can get the table informations. Okay, so every database has a own individual table where we can they store the our table information. Okay, but in union you can get only one column information of that specific table. Okay, so this is the select query where you can put or bypass any specific command or specific task by using the comment operator, or also you can get the some other information by using the union or another query. Okay, we also manipulate the data. Okay, here we bypass and get the data. Now we will manipulate the data. So now let's add one more button. We can update. Create the click event. Same concept, open and close the database first of all, and now let's create the query for that. If query executes successfully, so first of all check, then we will prepare our query. Now let's prepare the update query. So we will update our user password. Okay, so we will simply write update table user set user password as per our password line edit of password of text, where username is this. Okay, so this is a basic update query which we will use to update any specific data line, and let's run the application and check it. So you can see the password of each user. So let's write the testing and update the password for that testing user, testing @456. So you can see the current, this is the current password, and we will update as a testing at 456 and update, and you can see the data is updated. Okay, so what we will do now, here we inject and inject something and update the everyone's password. Okay, so here I will add one more thing here, and here you can see I will use the operator. Okay, and comment it, and I will set the password for update the password for all the user. So here let's set the some other password and hacked. Okay, so update. Here we had one mistake, we don't need to do any other things, and just update. Here we just have to remove this semicolon. Okay, and now let's update. So you can see the all the user password was updated. Okay, so here you can also change the password. So now let's run the update the password like this and update. So you can see the everyone user was password is updated. Here I enter the username for only testing, not everyone, but by use of this operator and this condition, the everyone password was updated. Okay, so you can simply write this condition or inject here some malicious operator and unauthorized access character in your query to update and manipulate the user data, user authentication data. Okay, so this is the way you can simply update or manipulate the data. So what was the solution, how we can make our application secure? So you can use your bind value. Okay, so this is a bind value where you can use here, and how we can use this, we will use this like this, username. So here we will pass our line edit. Okay, username dot text. So this is the safest way. We will use the alias for that. Okay, so this is a simple and safest way to prevent any SQL injection kind of SQL injection type of functionality in our application, to prevent prevent to attackers to manipulate your data. Okay, so this is the simplest way. I will show you. Okay, so table update user table, password user password, and username. Okay, so first of all we'll see the login, and let's update here first of all some user password for testing 1 2 3 4. okay, and here admin at 123 and here other at 123. Okay, so first of all let's use here admin also. So here I will use here admin enter 123 and login is done. But here if I print or add here this kind of functionality to manipulate, so you can see the login is failed. So when you can put your direct query or put your any object data in your directly query, so that time your application can be hacked by using this SQL injection type of functionality. But here you can see this is the safest way. If I add something wrong or any other kind of functionality or any other kind of comment statement, so that time it will prevent. Okay, so same as it is work with the our update query also. So this is the solution how to make your application secure in your database data driven application. So please drop your comment if you have any questions regarding this, and please like this video and share this video with your friend, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of new video. And thanks for watching my video. Thank you.